From the surge that is forever level 1 to the gust that will not leave you alone. Love them or hate them, there are plenty of Brawl Stars stereotypes, and most of them are true. And here are 10 that you can't deny. Now, no doubt you've seen this one. You get into a game with Surge and your hopes are high. You may even think that the game is in the bag, but no. Oh no. You look at the scoreboard and the time is ticking away and you wonder, where did it all go wrong? The comp is good. And then you realize as you see the frat boy. Yeah, level 1. Now you wonder, how could this even be possible? Then you get it, because behind the screen of that device is an actual toddler. And then you understand when you see him fire his shots and the enemy's not even in range. He's probably eating some dino nuggies with his other hand. You watch him behind a wall all menacing with his jump ready to go just to use it at the exact wrong time. Well, that's because his mom told him to put up his toys and now he's mad. But if he's on the other team, he is uncontrollable, hitting every shot, supering at the perfect time, dodging you with ease. But my Surge, he's like a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. So, thanks. Thanks for ruining my game, little Johnny. Now, take your kudos and go back to watching Cocomelon. Now, there are plenty of toxic brawlers in Brawl Stars, but there's one that just might take the cake. Now, you might not think so at first glance because Chuck always has a smile on his face, and why shouldn't he? He doesn't even have to use his main attack to win a game. Now, his entire gameplay is about as basic as it gets, but he's going to act like he is the best thing that has ever happened to his team. He's that one guy who thinks that he is the coolest kid in school, but in reality, no one likes him because he's just a big old jerk. Now, right now, you're probably picturing that guy in your head making a mean joke that nobody thinks is funny except him. But in Brawl, his favorite thing to do is fly past you going Mach 5, run you over, and spam the clown pin over and over again until he wins. And when he's not doing that, well, he's actually just waiting in a bush for his yellow button to reappear. And then he presses one button and acts like it's your fault that you can't stop him. From that stupid laugh in real life to the annoying pin in game, this dude is a jerk. Chuck needs somebody to put him in line just to teach him some respect. Maybe like our next brawler, Hank. Hank is a general who has worked hard for his rank and continues to demand respect on the battlefield. But for some reason, I think that he gets a little confused sometimes. You see, Hank drives a tank, but sometimes I think he actually believes he's in a helicopter. I mean, really, how many times have you seen him immediately start spinning the moment he loads in? I mean, does he just want a helicopter and not a tank? Now, his spinning does hide his true range from enemies, so maybe that's just part of his master strategy. Maybe. So the next time you see Hank spinning like a madman, stop and cheer him on, because either he's trying to live out his dream of being up in the skies in a Black Hawk, or he's about to obliterate some enemies. Either way, it's good for you. Now, we've all been there. You load into a showdown game and you got a good spawn, but wait a second, you saw that, right? Yeah, there was a cat there, but with one gadget, he's gone, hidden in a box and on the way to a bush. Now, you may think that that's the end of it. I mean, after all, it is the beginning of the game, but no, he's following you, creeping in and out of bushes, watching, waiting, and just itching for the opportunity. Now, with all of the action, you'll end up forgetting all about that little cat and move on with the game. But trust me, he has not forgotten about you. In fact, he's there watching your every move. From opening boxes to getting in a fight, he knows all about it. And right when you're most vulnerable, bam! That's when he comes out of the bushes like a maniac. And really, you should have known better. Now, Kit may have a deadly super, but it pales in comparison to Fang. Well, that is, unless he uses it at the worst possible time, which he will, over and over and over again. You see, this guy has the mindset that if you have your super and you aren't using it, well, you're doing it wrong. And I mean, it's just way too cool not to use. Right? 3 players bunched up at full health? I mean, you might as well. Guaranteed to hit a wall? I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. Low health? I mean, whatever. It makes it so much more cool if it works. Now to you, he's just a bad teammate, but there's actually more to it than that. As an up-and-coming actor, you gotta take some risk. And well, Fang doesn't just take some risk. He takes it all. Unfortunately for him, and the rest of his team, he ends up being more of a daredevil than an actor. So while yeah, a 1 HP team wipe clutch to win the game would be dope, it ain't happening. Not that that's gonna stop him. Now Max is just like Fang because her super could be game-changing and awesome. That is, if she's willing to share it with her team. And here is where the problem begins. Now we already know that she has an addiction to energy drinks, but her addiction has taken a toll on her more than she'd like to admit. It has turned her from being one of the best teammates into someone who won't share even a drop with their team. Now you may even try to group up with her, just to give her a little push. Ask her nicely. But no, she will wait until all of her teammates are just out of range, and then, boom, she keeps it all to herself. Now you may try to catch up to her, just for a little drink, but no, she's too quick. Zooming across the map, spinning like a madman just to get some more juice. At this point, honestly, I think we need an intervention. Now watching level 1 Surge is painful, but you know what's worse than that? Imagine this. You're just walking around, doing your own thing, and then in the very next moment, Pearl pops out of a bush, sets you on fire, laughs at you, and sends you straight back to the lobby. Now you try to be more careful next time and avoid the area entirely. But once you're back in the fight, she comes from a different bush and once again sets you ablaze. And even though Brawl Stars is a fast-paced game with quick reflexes and strategy, this Pearl decided that watching from the sidelines and then running in for one play means that they are the MVP, but newsflash, you're not. Because if they try to play for real, well, we know what happens. So back to the bush they go and waiting for that heat and their one opportunity to actually contribute. And when they do pop back out of that bush, well, they're probably going to get you again. And that fire hurts, just like your pride does as you scamper away to your inevitable death. All while Pearl is spinning like she is the god of Brawl Stars while building up her heat to do it all over again. Now while Pearl may miss a shot now and then, you know who never will? Gus. And you all know this guy, the dude who thinks that he's absolutely cracked at Brawl Stars. Like, he thinks he could have gone pro. He hits every shot. Or so he thinks. Get him on another brawler and he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. But it's Gus, and he has a shot that is a mile wide. You may think you're out of range, but Okay, so maybe you just barely hit me. But then it happens again. Nah, there's no way, dude, I dodged that. Wait, that didn't hit me. And it continues until you plunge headfirst into a downward spiral of frustration, just trying to figure out how he keeps hitting you no matter what you do. And also, how does it even hurt this much? It's a freaking balloon.
The point! What's the point now?
So congratulations, Gus. You never miss a shot. That's almost impossible to miss. Now, did you know that Mandy has an anger problem? Okay, so maybe it's not just her though. Let me explain. You'll see it time and time again. She gets her super, and no matter if she needs to or not, she will blast the nearest brawler back to the lobby with it. It doesn't matter if they're only at 1 health, she is going to make sure that they regret even looking at her. And it doesn't really matter if a regular attack would have done, oh no, she wants to hit you with as much damage as she possibly can. You see, Mandy doesn't care about winning, just taking out all of her rage on whoever is closest at that moment. Now, it's not that this Mandy player just has anger issues. They probably do, but sometimes you've had a bad day. You just need to vent. Maybe their girlfriend dumped them, or perhaps they got a D on a math test. You know what? Whatever the case, they got some frustration built up, and it's about to be taken out on you. So the next time you get 100 pounds of candy to the face, just know you're doing a public service to all the people out there who are fuming mad. Now, Charlie can be a really useful addition to a team. Think about it. What better way to be protected from a hypercharged brawler than her super? That is until they get out of it, and Charlie is nowhere to be found, and they end up taking you out anyway. You, being mildly annoyed, wonder why she just didn't finish the job that she started, but little did you know, she's already forgotten all about them. Now you may think it was just a one-time deal. I mean, we've been there after all, but no. Time and time again, she will trap people and forget about them. Now you may not know this, but she actually has a very small attention span and memory. So even if you did get mad at her, she wouldn't even know what you're talking about because she's already forgotten all about it. No matter how dangerous the brawler is that she just caught, you can be assured that they have already completely left her mind. And now it is up to you if you want them gone. All you can do is try to help her remember and cover for her when she forgets because honestly, she can't help it.
Huh?